I want to talk about. Hey, this is NFTeve. I'm here with Freakland Mama, and this is part 2. In part 1, she started to show us about her work. And I'm very interested because she was saying that she had a sort of spiritual awakening 2 years ago when she turned 30, and that also she's very like connected to Alan Watts. So I'm just curious more like, what did Alan Watts say that really changed your world?
So it wasn't just about Alan Watts, but he came there at the right time, you know. I got to know him at the right time because I started to hear these ideas, and I also could feel it really, you know. It wasn't like a sudden thing. It was before, it was the start of the phase, but I wasn't conscious about that. But then Alan Watts and, you know, some other people put some kind of proof to it. You know, it made me to believe that what I'm feeling is you know, it can be right. So yeah, that just.
What was the feeling exactly? Like, what did you have? What kind of feeling did you have? What was it like?
It really happens mostly when I start drawing, when I express myself, because I'm super introverted person, and art is a way for me to express my feelings, because I'm not that kind of person that goes to, you know, a lot of, you know, parties or, you know, social. I love to, but it's a bit more challenging for me. So this way is how I really, you know, set myself free. And when I do art, and I just set myself free, you know, I don't actually, maybe I put some intention, you know, I think about the whole idea of the life, of the universe, you know, this, that we are all one. You have something in the background of my mind, but everything else is just intuition and the energy. And I really feel that, because it cannot be anything else, because it's completely magical to me. You don't believe, the first it happened, this collection Freakland that I showed you in part 1, it was the starting point. There were black and white pieces that I started to draw. And at first I was scared.
Oh, really?
Yes. I mean, it was, to be honest, it was really interesting to me, you know, to myself. I couldn't believe that I'm creating this, because they were coming to me like I could draw a line, but through that I can see the eyes and the other shapes that complete that. Then I draw them, you know. I see those lines and characters behind the lines on the paper. And
oh, that's awesome.
It's a kind of imagination that's manifested on the paper while I'm drawing before I draw it.
So it's almost like you're tracing, like you all of a sudden you see
yes.
an eye and you're like, oh, I'll draw an eye. Then you see like a weird shape. And then you draw the weird shape. Oh, that is awesome.
I retrace the imagination I see on the paper. And to me, it was a bit scary at first, because there were a lot of crazy creatures and characters that I really, really would love to present them better. Like, I would to take out all of them, which are so much. I cannot tell you how many characters I can have if I take them out from the pieces I made in these 2 years. It's mind-blowing to myself. So it's a big project that I want to do.
Oh, I have to say something, because I practiced like some kind of shamanism and magicalness for many years, and I don't do it so much now. I'm just always trying to just live the moment now. But like, there were so many times when I used to do visions for people. I used to do like remote healings. I used to be able to go in the spirit and see anything, visit anything. I used to do dead people, whatever. I would just do anything. And but the thing is, I always remember my vision. Sometimes I don't remember real life at all. Like, oh, did I meet you? Oh yeah, I can't remember. But I always remember so clear my vision. So that's my question. Like, I imagine that all of these characters that you're seeing, like they're very vivid in your mind. Like if you go to remember them, they're very clear.
Yes, and they happen to, show themselves in maybe different drawings. So sometimes I can see that, oh, this character is familiar to me. I had it in another piece of mine, maybe in another angle, in different perspectives they can be. And something else that is also crazy is that in my latest collection happened, which is called Connected, that I started to draw basically more faces that are connected. So it's the same idea of Freakland, but now you see more faces of people because I want to show the humanity and the connection between the humanity. And the crazy thing that I want to tell you now is that sometimes after a few days or even at the same day that I meet someone or I think about someone, they happen to come into the paintings. Like I can tell you once, I don't know if you know Karim Rasheed. He's a very famous interior designer and furniture designer. Yes, he is really good. He's really good. And there were like a few weeks ago, and it was 2 days that I was following him a lot, seeing his work, listening to his, speeches, because I was so inspired by him. I love his work. And then I draw two pieces, intuitive pieces of this collection called Connection, and he appeared in two of them. Exactly, it was him. And I took the picture, I made a story with his name, I tagged him in Instagram, and he retagged it. So it was exactly like him. And it's crazy. We had a Persian artist that she died, and I really liked her. The same day, Iran Darudi, she was an old lady that she studied in Paris, and she also was an intuitive artist, but she was a really good human, to say. I really also loved her. Her art was amazing, and she was also a great human. So she appeared in one of my pieces in the corner, and but there are a lot of works that I didn't yet publish in any social media. I create a lot of art pieces every day, basically, because it's the only thing that I love to do, and I never feel exhausted. So my dream is to become a full-time artist, really, to say. I really like.
I'm sure you will so soon, but I'm really relating. I've always been like a very deeply kind of spiritual person. As an artist, I think there's probably a lot of artists like this, but I'm not sure. But like, I feel very more comfortable in the spiritual world with spirits, animals, trees, dead people. So that's why, like, now I'm just practicing, like, okay, let's be on the earth and see what's going on down here, and like duke it out, get some money, do like the earth things, So, but it's so amazing to hear your process. Like, it's really cool. And I just wonder how many other artists have similar ways.
Yes. And NFTs was a way for me to get closer. I feel that I found a way to get closer to that dream. And also the other thing, because I told you I'm introverted person, like I have Instagram, but I'm not that kind of active on Instagram. It has a lot of complicated algorithm and everything. But when I first came to NFTs, when I really came, it was like maybe 2 weeks ago, to be honest.
I saw you right away. was like, oh.
Yes, I put the pieces, but I didn't do any kind of marketing about it because I didn't know anything about the marketing. I didn't know anything even about Twitter. Don't laugh at me. But I knew Twitter. I had a Twitter like a few years back, but I never, because it's, it's limited in Iran. You have to use VPN, so it's very hard. So I didn't use that. Then I got to know that NFTs are in the Twitter. So I started to go to these spaces, and I got to know this really amazing community of people that, first I was saying, oh, I have to market myself because I hate marketing. It's not my thing. I like to do my art, express my feeling through my art. And, I like to show my art to people. But the idea of marketing was super scary to me because I always hated to sell something, to you want to take the money like with some advertising.
It's so the opposite of what we're doing as an artist. Like as an artist, we're very sensitive people. That's why we can see the visions and things. Other people can't see that, I thought everyone, they really can't. I used to think, oh, anyone can see that if they look, but we're very sensitive. So then and our brains are wired for this very expansive experience. And then marketing involves a lot of rules and doing something specific, and the opposite of being an introvert. Like it's horrible. Like, okay, this is my work, everybody, please buy it. You're like,
yes, it's very hard. So I tried to, push my limits in these 2 weeks. It was first scary to even to go and talk to people in the spaces, but then I said, okay, Nilüfer, you have to go out of your comfort zone because you have something to tell to people. But if you don't tell them, how are they going to connect with that? You have to, push yourself. So I pushed myself. I pushed the button like crazy, and then I became the speaker. Like then I'm being better now because I see the community is also very supportive. I really love that about NFT. And I had some struggles like with myself because like sometimes I may feel alone somehow, like misunderstood. So NFT was very good because I saw a lot of artists with the same feelings as myself, even the same way of creating art. Like I saw some intuitive artists and they really made great art. So it's really interesting for me how you can connect with people also through
I have to tell you, like, I'm very proud and I'm very happy that you came on, because I'm always like trying to find a lot of women to come on, and for some reason women are very reluctant to come on and be interviewed. I don't know why, but you like totally came on and you showed up. So I just want to say I'm very proud of you, because I know it's not easy to show up, especially you're a woman, especially if you're from Iran, like just, we're not supposed to be showing ourselves and talking about ourselves. And then we have to worry about like all the female things. So most people really, they shy away, or they don't feel that their art is good enough. Like, even though these artists are great, like as women, we're not really trained to shill, So I'm very proud of your shilling. It worked good because I saw you, I texted you, you're like, yeah, sure, we'll come. But a lot of people are like, well, my English, a lot of people have excuses like, oh, my English isn't good, or oh, I'm really busy, or my collection. But I know that feeling because I was that way for like 20 years. I never put myself out there.
Yes, I
Just have
know.
to force yourself.
What did I do? I remember myself as a kid, because I also was like this when I was a kid. And I remember when I was always the top student that I was like studying. I wanted to, do everything perfectly. And when they called me to go on the stage in the school, I used to shake a lot and got nervous and anxious. But through the years, I tried to, work on this. I started to work in UN Habitat, United Nations, for like 15 months, first as an intern, then I tried to collaborate with them. And I used to do workshops for the people in different, in municipality. I was super afraid. You see, there were people with a lot of experience that worked in different organizations, and I used to do workshop with them that I told, for example, it's good to do this workshop because I want to be brave. I don't want to put myself aside and accept what might society to tell you to do, or, I'm very reservative person, but I try to be better. I see a lot of, how do we say that? I got so much better in this issue. So I'm trying to, so when you told me, okay, right, I did something else like 1 month ago. I did a live painting at a concert here in Piacenza because it was for the children in Kenya. So there's a woman here that works in Kenya, and she wanted to take light to the children. And I said, it was my teacher that was the singer in this concert. And she told me, do you want to collab somehow? I said, okay, maybe I can do a live painting and then you can sell it for the kids. And yeah, and we did that. And I went in on the stage and painted, I wanted to just put aside the fear.
Yeah, that's awesome. People doesn't realize, but the fear is actually like, oh wait, the fear is actually like, if you want to get into spiritual words or whatever, like in a way it's ego, because you're afraid of what people think of you.
Yes.
So I have friends who are so gifted, and sometimes I try to drag them out. I'm like, you're so amazing, and they're so afraid, and then you realize like it's, like your picture you were showing, overthinking. It's like we're thinking too much about ourselves, and we're worried like, well, what are we gonna look like, or what if we look stupid? That's just, it's like, it's not really being humble. It's like the opposite.
Yes, exactly.
Is like putting yourself out there, and like you said, I have something, I have a message, I have a gift, I have a talent. I need to share it with the world, and so I have to not worry too much, about my own, and my own inferiority feelings. Not you, but like me, I have that, I have.
Yes, I know we are all somehow the same.
Yeah, we are.
The artists are also introverted people, most of them. However, I had some inspirations in NFT people first before I come in. This, I'm sure you know Favocious.
Oh yeah.
Yes. And what I loved about him is that he was very himself, he's always very, very, like this on the camera, everything. And that's what is important. So I tried to learn it from him, even though he's like 17 years old, or, we can learn from each other.
Yeah, and 10-year-olds who are brilliant in the space.
Yes, yeah. The kids are very, like, I was listening to another kid a few days ago, and he was shilling his project. He was 10 years old, I guess. And I was amazed. He was talking about his roadmap, his collection. And
oh my God, I need to learn. I need a roadmap. I need to find him.
Yeah.
There was a girl, this was her, Layla Matsushikshara. It was an Asian space, and she was in India, and she was building metaverses for people, and she was talking so sophisticated. She was about 10, I think.
10. Oh my God.
Maybe 11. I don't know. She was maybe 12. I don't know. She was very young, and she's talking in a very sophisticated way about creating metaverses and how she's available to help people on board. And I was like,
oh, that's awesome.
I wrote her. I want to interview her because then also I want help, building metaverses, because that's where we're all going. So let's look at some of your pieces.
Okay, I hope that they come on. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, okay. Yes, if I go to my collection.
Yeah, I thought.
I have them all in one place now. Yes, because I have right now 4 collections on OpenSea. Are you okay with OpenSea now? Can you
It's not.
open it? Maybe you share this page? What do you think?
No, I don't want to do that just for whatever reason. So,
Oh, you don't want to do that. Okay.
Maybe you can just show a few from your workspace. I'll show you really quick I was going to show you, I was at first performance art NFT in the metaverse the other day. And maybe I'll show you that while yours is loading.
Yes, show me.
As I was telling her, I'm amassing a group very fast of artists, very good artists, to buy land in Decentraland, because I'm very sure that, especially when the Facebook metaverse launches, it's going to be immediately the land is going to become scarce. I mean, it already is scarce, it's expensive, but I was talking to somebody in my, when I was doing my, in my show, my exhibit, that knew all about metaverse and how much the land is. So I guess it's now still 1 ETH you can get in Decentraland, which is the biggest, best, most expensive metaverse. There's a lot and there's more, but I'm the kind, I don't want to do marketing. So I just want to get a spot like in a good land where the stuff can market itself a little more easily. So let me just show you this, because my life changed when I had an art show in the metaverse, and that was only on 4 days ago or something. And so I was also inviting you if you want to come, so we can, as an artist, we can collaborate. This is like the next place it's going. Yes. I'm a total visionary, and like, you know, I'm way more than 30. So like, I've lived long enough to know that I'm always like at least 10 years ahead of everyone. You know, like all this stuff that you're talking about now, channeling stuff, like, you know, you're like probably the first in your friends, you know, or whatever, your friend, you know, in 10 years from now, everybody will be like, oh yeah, we're channeling, you know, or you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we're just way ahead of our time. That's what happens to me. Let me see if I can share this, because I got to show you. It was the coolest thing.
Yes, I'm interested. Yeah,
oh my God. Okay, this is it. Also, I'm terrible. Oh, I'm not going to say that. Can you see it?
Yes.
This is the show. This is the mirror gallery, Eve. I'm going to also invite this guy to be in our space. He built this space. His name is the NFT DAO.eth, Rich. Anyway, it's a 2-story show, but I got to show you my show because I'm so proud of it. But we were in this show. We had music. We had speakers.
Oh.
And everyone has their little avatar. So I was just in bed, like, I was in bed with my ponytail on. Like, I was depressed that day because it was like the Omicron just started. And I mean, my family is really, they uninvited me to Christmas like 10 years ago. I don't know why I won't pop over. I don't know what's going on. We're having a lot of technical issues today. But that music is from my piece. Turn.
So you already created the gallery?
I didn't create this. This guy named the NFT DAO. I was just invited to be in the show. See on the left, the moving, that's my piece. This is the first performance art. Because of the loading of the Zoom, and this thing also takes a ton of space, it's hard to see. Yeah, that's me.
Really?
Yeah, this is, yeah, let me try to do it more right. Yeah. Isn't this amazing? Like, I saw, this is I'm a mystic too. I spent a lot of time in these woods, and we did this sort of ceremonial piece, which is super blurry because of so much data loading between the Zoom and the, look, you can just click on here and you can go to my link tree. You can buy the piece. And also I met so many people in this gallery. You can just sit here and chat. I mean, there's a lot of really great artwork in the show. Look at this cool thing. That's Ant Woman. I love this piece.
Nice, nice.
And then you can see it from different angles too. I'm a little bit not so good with the metaverse yet. Isn't this cool? Look.
Used it. Yeah. Nice. Well, so you can zoom in, out, go on different angles.
And then people can click and buy this piece. So imagine that we have this guy who built this, Rich, and then we, you know, we have a space in the metaverse where maybe you have one little piece, we all have one section where we can put our artwork up, and then you can switch it out. Maybe one day you have one piece, you can put another piece, and people who happen to go by can click on it right there. Anyway.
That's really interesting.
Here I am. Oh my God, I love this so much.
That's interesting.
Isn't that cool?
Yes, it's so cool.
So that's where it's going. And let me turn this off because that music will go on forever. That actually music is from my piece. We can buy this very, like one ETH is like $4,000 right now. But if we split it between 10, that's only like 400. Or if you have ETH, like I have some ETH, you know, most of us have some ETH. And then,
I can transfer if we come with. I would like to have
I want you to come because your artwork is so good. And I really want, like, I just want people from all over, different people, you know, some women, some men, some people from here, there, but all really cool, good work. And like you said, like if you've chilled enough to make it here, you know, you know, we could have parties. I can go in that metaverse right now. Like you and me could go in there and sit and chat in the gallery. And the show is beautiful. It's 2 floors. Like I was just showing mine, but
nice. Is it already on? Is it already have a link that we can
check?
I
can send you the link. I'll put the link in the description so everybody can look at it. And
okay, nice.
It's going to be up for 6 months. So that's the thing, we made it. It's not like a real art show. I'm not a real, you know, you got to take your work there. You have to put the bubble wrap. You have to fill out all the forms. No, you're just.
I also have a friend of mine. He's in Iran. He's working on Real Engine now. He's a really good, you know, he's also an artist and engineer at the same time. And he made an art gallery, but it's not in the metaverse. He created in the Real Engine, and he put his artwork, and he was showing us that you can do this. Like I saw it just today, and it's really interesting, you know.
Does he have a video?
What?
Does he have a video?
He sent it to my husband. I can take it and show it to you later. So because it was very, very good, and he is also creating his own game. So he's not into the NFT. He didn't come into the NFT yet.
I'm sure his eyes will be open soon because.
Yeah. No, he is actually these guys that, you know, do a lot of research, and he does everything perfectly, and then he start at the right, you know, with the whole, I'm like, you know, everything planned.
I'm the
yeah, I jump into
me too.
Everything. To me, it's
like you know what's gonna happen if Meta comes out, when the Facebook does their metaverse, that one ETH Decentraland, maybe you can't even get anything in Decentraland, or maybe it's going to be 10 ETH. So I feel like that's why I want to jump in. We're having a meeting on the 30th, and I think just whoever wants to do it, let's do it. And then
I will be there on 13th.
Yeah, worry about it later, because also it's just going to be such a good investment. You know, like in 4 years, it's probably worth like 10 times that, if not 100 times that. You know? So,
yeah, that's it.
And then we get to have fun, like maybe just wandering the gallery instead of meeting with our friends, like on Zoom, which we have to like sit here, you know, like you just go, maybe you're laying in your bed. In my show, I was just laying in my bed, have my glass on, ponytail, you know, like a mess, you know, but I have a little avatar. So you can just talk to people and hang out in a beautiful space, seeing people's art, getting so inspired. And like I met with my friend there yesterday. We chit-chatted for like an hour, just having a conversation in the gallery space. Because it's more fun than Zoom or telephone.
Yes. Also to me,
huh?
To me, the spaces of the Twitter was also really fun, like something I couldn't imagine before.
Right.
Because the interesting thing about it is that you can follow anyone that you are, you know, you love their work, any artist, like big artists, even, you know, and you can go to their spaces and connect with them and talk with them, which is something that you may not have the opportunity in the real life at every time. But it's really, really a strong way of, you know,
It's great. Now I feel like the whole Twitter spaces, the NFT, like totally changed my life so much. And I feel like all of the sensitive kind of nerdy, you know, artists and technology people and some finance people, like, you know, and people, so many people, like the whole general attitude is like people that like helping other people, really kind people, like it's just the opposite of like so much else that's going on in the outside world, you know.
Yes, yes,
yeah.
It's also interesting to me how all these good people are in the NFT space. There are a lot of good people I see in the spaces. It's really something unique about it. I could load the page.
You load it? Yeah, let's see it.
Yeah, okay, so.
Yeah, I feel like when I was in graduate school in Mexico City, I used to have a lot of friends and do cool stuff. And then I was like, I don't know what happened to my life. It got very not so cool and not cool friends and very lonely. And then when the NFTs started, I feel like so excited.
Exactly.
I feel
yes,
so excited.
In real life, like to me, the ideas that I like, the things that I am interested in is not very easy to find people to talk about them with, you know. So it's really good that you can see artists, you know, creators, all these people, creative people, and talk to them. And I learn every second that I
know, it's the best.
So this is the same collection that I was talking about, that is the self-expression portraits. And I also put the, you know, the description here that I'm trying to show the self that is misunderstood is by the society of the norms and everything. And you can see in some of these pieces like different expressions with the eyes and the concept. For example, this piece is called Fragments, that and you can see most of them have this description and the story behind it. And you can see, for example, in this piece, you can see the faces layered. And I also yeah, so it was a hand-drawn piece. I have it here. If you see my screen, I think you don't see.
Yeah, it'll be too small. I won't be able to see it.
Yeah. So they are like, for some of them are like small pieces. Then
can you maximize? Can you make this piece?
Yes, yes.
Just because most people are going to be on their phone.
Yeah, I'm afraid to do anything with this OpenSea because it was super slow. Okay, so you can see, for example, in this piece, the different layers or the masks or the fragments of the screen.
Amazing.
So I tried to show that, and you can see the eyes that are having different impressions and feelings, like the fear, you know, the sadness, maybe the confusion. And you see that I also have the third eye in most of my pieces, that wisdom, you know, that consciousness. So Yes, yes, exactly here. So that's what I'm interested of to show in my pieces, but I have to say that these are first intuitive. Even these portraits are intuitive. I have what? I didn't
That
hear
one
you.
that's at the top.
Which one?
Go back up. It was
This?
down, but I let no, that one with the orangey.
This one. When the darkness takes you, this one. Uh-huh.
I love
Yeah,
the
this
concept
is
of it. I just want to say, like, you know, it's very hard to express the multifacetedness of a person because I feel like a lot of times people are always trying to box themselves into one person, like, oh, I'm this, you know, like,
yes.
what does that even mean, you know? So I love your pieces because it's like, no, I'm all of this. Just
I am all of these together.
yeah.
The demon, I have that demon inside me. I cannot ignore that. We all have that. We have that darkness and we have the brightness, but it's up to us which one you know, we want to take out and show to the world or act upon. So that's what I'm showing. That is okay. We all have this is our being. You cannot ignore that. But you can see those feelings and confusions and struggles in the works. For example, this one is when the darkness takes you in. You can see that feeling, the demon and the, you know, the fear, the sadness, this struggle, you know, everything, and the this bowel. I don't. You know, these Tibet vowels. I know the name in Persian, but that they do some mantra and they to, you know, to clean energy. But I'm trying to. I was trying to.
Probably a specific version thing.
No, Tibet. It's a kind of vowel from Tibet.
A bowl. Oh, like a bowl.
Yeah, sorry, my English. It's not my first language.
No, you're doing perfect. That was the first one.
Yes.
So
So
you know what a bowel is? A bowel is like your insides where your poop comes out.
yeah,
That's a bowel.
you can see the different characters. Yeah, this piece
is incredible.
I also made a video of this, but I don't have it now. But I put like a scary sound of it. I was having some fun with that. Like I have many pieces right now. I have 25 pieces in this collection. This one actually sold out. It was my first sale. Yes, it was my first sale a few days on 24th. So it was like a Christmas gift.
Wow, you sold out your whole collection?
What?
How many pieces?
This collection is 25 pieces. Wow. So this one piece sold when I was shilling my project in a space, and I sold that night. I was super happy because I see that I'm going to reach my dream somehow. It's like the start.
This is incredible. This is amazing. Wow.
This piece it has so much feeling in it. There is so much of me. When I draw this, I had a different feeling toward this piece, and it is crazy that is the first piece that I actually sold in NFTs. This is the start of my journey, but this was when I was going through a dark phase in my life in the quarantine time, and I had a lot of struggles inside me. So it is actually how I wanted to express it. It was hand drawn, completed. It is totally a scan. I just added the text in Photoshop, but with digital pen. So it's all hand drawn, even the colors. I just. So yeah, there are, as I told you, 25 pieces in this, and I actually can talk a lot about each one, but it may get, a lot. I have uploaded last night. I'm starting to upload my other pieces because I have maybe 5 different collections that the method a bit is different from each other. So my art is transforming, like I'm keeping all these ways and styles that I created for myself. So sometimes I draw from the Freakland, sometimes I get this, my last collection, which is called Connected, that I minted, but I didn't put for sale yet. But each one, these are from the idea, I told you that you'd see more faces, human faces in them. And I made them with acrylic paint and fine line and markers, and you know, a lot of layers. So I'm putting them, but there are still a lot that I didn't yet scan. So yeah, I will put also unlockable content for them. So I may put a high quality picture, because in OpenSea you just get, you know, an overview. Maybe it's not very, because these are very high quality pieces. They have a lot of, and you can see all the strokes that I put with hand on them. I'm sorry why it's not. While we are seeing like this, I can open the high quality image here, so you can see what I'm telling you about the details. There's a lot of photos. Sure. Okay. So, for example, this piece, which is called Rise. And there is a story behind why I like the colors. Like I used 2 colors here, basically. It's the velvet and the yellow. And the yellow is, to me, showing the brightness, the hope, you know, that light that goes through all of us. And the purple, as I told in the other painting, in the other piece, is that wisdom, that spiritual, you know, awakening. And you see that the idea of connection between the human and the creatures, you know, and the world. So I also show, you know, some pieces of a landscape.
Yeah, you can't click on that or show it, you know.
Which one?
Just
Here.
didn't blow up, right? Because it's, I mean, I can see it, but when people are on the phone, it's going to be so tiny.
So you can see all the details.
Okay, we could try another one.
Yes. Okay, let me show you. This piece is called Wholeness. So there is one wholeness, as you can see, and you can see also that the landscapes in each piece, in different landscapes, that is representing our world. So the idea is always the same idea in all my paintings, but they are intuitive at the same time. Like this is another piece.
Wait, I don't, we need to sync up, because are you clicking on another piece? Because it's not, nothing is really changing on the screen. Try clicking something else to see if I can see better.
Right now I'm showing a rectangular yellow piece. Yes?
Yeah, but yeah, let's click on a different one, or try to make it bigger, because it's a lot of just a white space. So I really want to see the piece, or if that one's not going to.
Also, this is another piece called Duality. Do you see this?
No, I just only see the same thing.
Oh, I think
That's really strange. Yeah, I haven't seen
either you, in a while. Maybe either you or me have connection problem.
Oh, you're right.
Because I'm changing my screen a lot.
Yeah, that's really strange. Well, maybe stop sharing the screen altogether and let's see what happens. All right, now try it again. Yeah, that was weird. It got frozen on the last piece that you were showing.
Oh yes, because I was showing different pieces. But...
No, it was just the one, and it was like, okay, now I see something. Wow, amazing.
This piece is called Duality.
Okay.
And I still didn't mint this one, I guess. Yes. So
Oh,
you see what you see this woman, this girl that actually has three faces. So you can see the outer self with, you see the blue eyes. So this is the outer self, which is trying to show as a strong person, maybe, you know, in the outer world, in the universe, in the planet, in the earth, on the earth,
very, very
you know, our interaction with people, you know, and you want to have that mask to show maybe sometimes that you're strong, or but inside you may be afraid, or you may have some, you know, darkness, but you don't show it most of the time. So this is the idea. Also, you can see another face here. Maybe it's a bit more hidden behind, but it's more demon face, as you see, in the, you know, from the side, that is looking up. It is the lip. If you see, these are the lips.
Yeah. Amazing.
Okay. And here I have also three different characters. This is the idea about here three, here another, but you have to discover them in my pieces somehow, you know. People can see them from different angles. I see a man here with long beard. You see him in the background. Are you with me?
I see an upside down man.
The hair, her hair is his beard.
Oh,
I don't know.
beard. Oh, beard. Okay, now I see it. Yeah.
And
oh my God,
yeah,
that's so crazy.
yes, and then you see another woman here with a strange name. It's like, it looks like a llama to me. Anyway, I see another face here. I have afraid, scared person in the background. So it's all about this, you know, this unknown world around us, maybe different people, different intentions, everything, this idea in this piece. And the confusion, yeah. This is another piece. It's called Chaotic. So it's all about the human beings, their connection together, you know, this one is Wholeness. I don't know if you saw this because you said that it was
Yeah, no, I didn't see it before. Yeah.
Okay, so this is all that we have. So if I go to OpenSea, I put this also, but not yet for sale. I still have a lot of ideas. Do you want me to stop to share and say a bit about those and we finish those?
You know what? I want to see more of your collection, your last one. I want to see more of those because I'm so
This one?
No,
Connected?
know it.
Which one?
The one, that one.
The portraits?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, your first one that you sold, that was really blew my mind.
Yes, this is this one because is also the one that is for sale right now, and they are all based on the hand
Wait,
drawings.
are they for sale or they already sold?
Yes.
Oh,
No, one of them. So I minted a few days ago. Yeah.
Oh, they're still for sale.
Yes. I sold this piece. I sold this piece.
Oh, I thought you sold everything.
It was my first NFT.
I was like, oh my God, you sold out your whole collection, which is, I mean, you should.
No, because I just started out, you know, it's 10 days maybe that I came to Twitter and I got to know the Twitter spaces, and I'm talking about with people now with the spaces. So it was very, you know, interesting.
Maybe just click on any one because I feel like any one of these pieces is has so
You
much.
saw this? Did I talk about this
Yeah,
one?
we already saw that one. Let's go down a little. Let's pick.
Okay, you tell
wait,
me
wait,
which
wait,
one
I
you
want
want.
to pick this one. Wait, okay, go back up. Oh wait. Wait, this one with the yellow and the orange in the background.
This one?
Yeah.
This is slow.
That's okay. Yeah, no, your pieces are great. What's your next move? Or are you going to shill more? Or are you just going to keep shilling and drawing? And
Yeah, from the same collection, I still have a lot of hand-drawn pieces that I have to transform them to the same, representation for the collection. They are a lot, but I'm actually working on different collections at the same time. I'm also trying to learn Blender. It's a 3D software. Yeah, because I have a lot of ideas to, for my Freakland, I want to make it 3D. I want to make my characters in 3D. I actually wanted to collaborate with some 3D artists, but then I saw
oh, sorry.
it maybe. What?
You did what? But what?
I wanted to collaborate maybe with some 3D artists to make Freakland into a 3D world, because I see the potential of it becoming a really crazy, freaky world that you see these different
for sure.
creatures.
That's a really
Yeah, but
can you click on that one and make it and blow it up a little bit?
yeah.
That's a really good idea. When this metaverse idea that I have, I might even buy a piece next to the group piece, because we have the group. So that way we're bringing in so many different people and ideas, collaboration. But then I was thinking like that area is going to grow. So I was thinking maybe next to that area, also buy a little bit more space. So you could even buy like in that same area and then construct your Freakland, which you might have to construct later, the Freakland, but I honestly feel like we need to get that land like ASAP, like as soon as possible. But like that would be so cool. I mean, your Freakland would be mind blowing.
I like to make them moving. I tried to do some animation on 2D, but it is a bit hard for me because I do Photoshop and hand drawing. I'm really good in Photoshop, but still in 3D and animating. I'm starting to learn because I see I can do a lot of things with this thing. That's really crazy. I transformed one of my paintings into a 3D thing. I can also show you that if you're interested, but it's not for minting because I have to figure out yet how I can, elaborate it better. So I have to find to open it in the 3D software. I'm a bit kind of, this.
No, I was gonna say that's the problem with NFTs is in the NFT world is there's so much to do and so much to learn. So
okay, it is a video. Okay, so I was creating this my work. You see that this was a hand-drawn piece. I colored it. And then I put it into Rhino. It was the program that I worked for landscape designing. And I tried to make them, to give them some, volume and to give them. So this was the process. I wanted to find a Rhino file, but then it became really interesting. And I saw the potential that I could actually transform it to a
yes, that's incredible.
Gaming place or even like playground in the metaverse, because I could see them as like different.
Do it because so I have a friend who she got the Oculus like they're into these 3D worlds that you can go in Google Map and you can actually walk around on the land. So even not in the metaverse, the 3D virtual worlds are huge.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you have to do this. It's incredible. I mean, even if you just get somebody else to do it for you.
I can show you something because I told you that that my pieces, you can take a lot of characters from them. I don't have Rhino here. Oh my God. So I brought at I can show it on Twitter. Do you have time? So I show it to you on Twitter. I think. But the things is coming down. It's driving me crazy. I think you can cut this.
How's learning Blender? Have you gotten very far yet?
No, I didn't render yet because I have to learn how to render perfectly, but also because right now there are like 2D facet, pieces. I'd like to make them even more 3D. But here you can see this is the same drawing.
Oh my God, this is incredible.
But I brought different characters out of it. So I removed some parts in this whole piece. It was the whole.
Oh my God, this is
because it contains different characters and I brought out different stories. And I was thinking maybe I can put a camera around it just to put it as NFT like this, or maybe I can go further and create some words that you can go and it can be like a playground with different
You know what it reminds me of when you have your characters pulled apart like that? Like, I used to live in Mexico, so this reminds me very much of like Aztec or Mayan.
Yeah, also maybe the colors are very.
Yeah. But just these complicated, interesting designs, like you don't really know what it is, but you know it's something,
I didn't get your question.
Yeah, that didn't. Yeah, so it looks very much like these sort of Aztec characters, which are very complex. Have you ever looked at them, like from Aztec temples and Mayan temples?
Yes, they are really complicated, actually.
They're very abstract and they're very complicated, but when you pulled your characters apart like that, it really looked like that, which is amazing.
I love the detailing part a lot. So when I start doing art, when I do the detailing part,
it's the one with the orange. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, and this one has a story actually. I minted another one in the other collection, in the black and white collection, and it has a story. It's a story of a little fox that's lost in the parallel universes, because you see here are like parallel universes, different characters, different stories, and he's trying to find the other of his kind that are hidden in this Freakland jungle. So I also wrote the story of it, and I put it in the NFT in that collection. And there is there is a woman here, and you have to see that, because you can see a woman or a creature on the wheelchair maybe, but at the same time you can see an old lady holding this. Yes, so there are a lot of parallel stories, and this woman is going between these parallel stories because she's old and she's telling this little fox how to find the other of his kind, the other foxes there. So it has a story. I wrote down the story of this, and you can see like dragon. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Beautiful. I love that piece. I mean, before when I see it really small, that you can't tell it's a fox. It's just really interesting. You're like, what is that creature with the big eyes? But I love your stylization too of like the back of the fox and the legs. It reminds me of your cat. Like I love the legs on your cat, the way they were, I don't know, they're just stylized and really amazing.
Yeah, and you know, all this for example, I have these intuitive drawings, but sometimes I make a frame first, and then like when I want to show a very intentional concept, I put that frame. For example, this one, I wanted to have the fox as the character. So I first draw the fox there, then I draw intuitively the other word around him. That was how it was created. Like the other piece that I showed you, that was the girl, the warrior girl, was the same. Also, another piece I have, like, which is called "I'm the Nature." This one. This is from the Freakland collection. And the idea of it is that we are like connected to the energy of the universe and the nature. And you see the mushrooms that's going inside him, and the third eye. And then the surrounding area is the word. But you know, actually this one was a piece I made for a friend. So I drew him like this. It's super like him, like the shadow, the silhouette of him. And when I started to draw the rest of the drawing, his dog appeared here. So he has a dog and he really looks like this. But I didn't make it. I didn't do it. That's why I tell you, I really could get connected somehow.
Yeah, that's so cool. The dog's like, I want to be in the picture.
Yes, this is his dog. Oh, I think his name is Happy. So that's how
Happy?
Happy, yes, is the
Oh,
name
that's
of
the name of my childhood dog.
Oh, nice. See.
Yeah.
So that's other thing. This is the piece that I showed you in 3D.
Yeah, let's look at the one last one and we gotta wrap it up.
Which one?
Oh, just anyone. That one was good. That one was very interesting. We'll just look at one more and then we'll close it up. I think we've been here for more than an hour.
For example, this one. This is less complex than the other. It's like easier to see.
It's beautiful. Yeah, it's really nice.
But it's showing the struggle with the demon inside and the darknesses, you know, and the carpet or the mat that she's, because it was a time for me that I used to do a lot of meditation and, you know, yoga, but still like a lot of candle lighting, you know, but also at the same time, I could feel that, you know, sometimes the darkness that could take over me and I was struggling. So that's what I drew here. Yeah. So
wow, I love your work and I hope a lot of people see this video. That's why I don't want to go on too long too, because you know it's just too long, but like it's beautiful. Oh wait, show your cat work for anyone who missed the first video. Like just pop on that real quick, your cat. That was so great.
My cat, that's I'm trying to open it.
Uh-oh. Anyway, it's on the first video, which is only 20 minutes long, or maybe 25.
Yeah. Oh, okay. No, I think it's
so amazing. Like the NFT, the metaverse, it's just created so much incredible explosion of creativity. Like that just was so amazing. Like, wow, you know,
Yes, exactly. It's very, it's really, I think, easier now for artists to expose their work here.
exhibit.
Also, yes, also with this tutor spaces and these connections, it's just like easier.
No, I know, because I was an artist, and then after a while I was like, if I'm not showing it, I'm not selling it, I can't do it anymore, because art is communication. So if it's not communicating, it's not doing, and it's supposed to be seen. So it's so great that energy of people looking at your work, and then it makes you want to make more so that they can make more.
Exactly. Yeah. I
I
don't know what problem with.
All right. Well, it just must be meant to be. So we'll just maybe stop sharing your screen and we'll just close it up. They can watch the first one and they can click on all of your links, which are going to be in the description. So
yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much, If, for this incredible, energy that you've been.
yeah, that was
giving.
I feel so like that was so much.
Yeah.
That was so good. Like you really, I mean, wow, you have so much going on. So
apart from all of this about the NFTs, and the sales and the, projects, it's the connection between the people that is making it more valuable, I think, to me, that I really feel like I'm not that lonely that I used to feel before. I'm feeling myself as a part of a new community that's somehow like a new family to me. Somehow it's becoming more, the same.
Yeah, exactly the same way. And yeah, like I couldn't be more excited or more happy. And I feel like it's the life I always wanted. I was like, this is the life I always wanted. Like seeing beautiful people, hearing their stories, looking at their art, people helping you helping people. Like it's, people who can understand your weird ideas, or people who like to, it's just something very special about the community. And I even feel like it's like a majorly revolutionary, like majorly, because all of the hidden people, it's like we all found each other. And even I felt like oppressed and suppressed a lot in my life, from other people that, I mean, they do not care at all or want to hear about, or they might get like upset or say mean stuff or whatever. Oh, you just want to sit around and paint all day. Like people are really like that. And and it's like us, like we're all, it's just, and it's so, yeah, I don't even know how to say it, but I feel the same way. That's like literally, I'm going to buy a place,
I know.
have room so people can come. And I have a place here. You're my NFT friend. You are also invited to stay in the airbed in my little tiny spare room.
Thank you so much. I don't know if it's easy for Iranians to get a passport to America right now.
I don't know. We have tons of them here, but they mostly came in the earlier times.
Yes.
Yeah, well, in the future we're gonna have so much money that we can just do what we want. You just be like, oh yes, I have a connection at the embassy. Let me make a phone call. Oh yeah, here's a couple of.
Exactly.
This is the revolution. Yeah. Wait, let me just say this one thing. This is the revolution, is that the artists, the kind people, the thoughtful people, the geniuses, all these tech geniuses who are in the space, we have a power because we also understood the money. So before you used to be like, oh, starving artists, we're just gonna become an alcoholic and like die in some horrible place. No, it's like now we actually are in our right spot, which is, with power, and influence. Anyway, sorry, what were you gonna say? I had to say that.
No, I was saying, yeah, exactly. We have to. To me, it's a way that I have a lot of dreams to pursue, but my first intention right now is my family, because I want to, I'm in Italy, they are in Iran. I want to have them here, I miss them a lot. This is also something that's making a lot of pressure on me right now.
The pressure, it's making you create so much.
Yes, because those feelings are coming out. But yes, they are my first my first ever, intention, the force behind all of this pushing the limits, trying to come out of my comfort zone, talk on the spaces, which was very hard for me at first, very hard for me. So
you need that. I mean, it's like you need, yeah, like money is power, and that's just it. If you have the money, you can find a way to move and go out, go in. Those walls that are for the, people with less money, there's big walls, always in the way. But if you have that money, you can kind of like, ooh.
exactly.
And the NFT and the crypto world, just crypto in itself is breaking all of those barriers. And I have friends from Afghanistan. They are just here for 3 months. Like they just came to America. Well, one of them has been here for a couple of years, but like my friend, she doesn't even speak any English. Her name is Maniza. And they're so nice. They're like my only friends in real life because they're like, come over to our house and eat some food. And so we hang out. And but I'm gonna do an NFT project with them because they're like, you have to show us, the one who speaks a good English, oh, you gotta show us how to do this. I need to raise money because there are so many people in Afghanistan right now are like selling their children for money because they have no money, no food. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna do this project. I'm gonna show you how to make NFTs, and I'm gonna do a whole broadcast in Afghani for my YouTube so that they can also learn how to do it themselves. But we can sell NFT right now and split the wallet, and that money can go right to somebody there, or that it can go to my friend and can put it there. But that used to be a huge barrier, but I was like, no, let's do it. We can take a week, we can do a project. People are going to want to buy the NFT to help the people. And,
Yes, you just gotta have internet, and then you get connected to the whole world. There is no limitations. Super. Yeah. We are living in the history now.
We are. That's why I'm running fast. I'm like you. I haven't been making that much art for NFTs, or I've made so much art, but I'm doing so many interviews because I'm so interested to hear everything. Yeah. But I do have a project, one with orphans in Haiti. I used to work with orphans in Haiti, work with Afghani, but that's why I want to get the land in the Decentraland. It's just like, okay, this is one moment in history that we're living.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be in it.
Yeah. We were in the early days of the NFTs and the metaverse, and oh yeah, we got that cheap land and we still have it, like.
Yeah. But all my life was like this. I think I was from a generation that saw different things. We saw really how the technology took over everything. We were the kids that I'm 33, so we had before CD, we had those cassettes. We had floppies. You remember those?
Wow, they had floppies. Yeah.
And our internet was like dial-up with those sounds. We remember that. So we saw all of this, and then we saw how it grew. Then CD, then MP3, everything was. So we are really living a really crazy pocket of time.
Now it got monetized, and when it got monetized through crypto, like that just changed everything, because now, maybe you have time to sit around and play on Photoshop, but like nobody has all of the digital artists for the last 20 years, they never went too far because they couldn't really make money. Very few digital artists ever made money in the last 20 years. I don't know hardly of any, but now you can just draw this.
Yes, when you can put the real value. You can get the real value of your work as an artist, because before it was the idea that art is something just for fun, or you cannot make real money out of art.
Yeah.
But now the idea, it is the time of the creative people, the artists.
Yeah. And the spiritual people too.
Yes. So the creative people are going to win now, which was before wasn't this easy. You had to be, you know, engineer or doctor. I'm not saying that artists weren't so, but it wasn't like now. It was so harder. You could see, yes, the Picasso, which was, you know, successful in his art also as a business, but we didn't have much of these people throughout the history.
Yeah.
So this is.
And now we're gonna have so many. I mean, we are having them. Like, I love every day when I hear somebody be like, "Oh, I just sold my first NFT," or "I just bought my mother a house." You know, these kids, and it's like anyone who really is putting effort into it seems to be succeeding. You know, it might take some longer than others,
Yeah.
but I feel like everyone is going to be succeeding, and it's so fun. It's like
now I know like some Iranian artists that are now famous in the NFT space.
oh really?
And
I know Naime, that's the one I know, but I don't know that many. But I love Iranian artists.
like Harin, like Sobit, which is his.
Oh yeah, oh Sobit is Iranian.
Yes, he's Persian, but he was in America from when he was 10, so Persian American. But yeah, we have these people.
All right, I'm gonna totally hang out. Do you have any last thing to say to the people out there of the world?
I would say like I'm here. I'm the start of this journey through the NFT, but I'm here to hang on to my dream. This is the place that I just found, so I'm going to stick to it. I do really believe that it's going to make you know, a revolution in the world for artists and everyone. So, and I'm really encouraging other artists also to come to the NFT space and express themselves here, because I'm super introverted and it's very hard to me, but I'm trying to, you know, push my limits. So I tell also other people to push their limits, to come, to not be afraid, you know, just be yourself and pursue your dreams. You're going to get it, because this is the energy, you know, the divine energy that we are all connected. You just have to believe. So you can bring the energy to help you to pursue your, you know, dreams. It's important to be a dreamer. Now you have to dream and you have to have a plan to achieve your dream. I'm doing every day, you know, pushing my limits, doing something new, at least to take one step towards my dream, you know. I'm trying to do that, even though sometimes I'm very, maybe I become, you know, the darkness comes, you know, but then you know, I try to accept it as something that there is, like that the something that I'm showing also in my art, those darkness and brightness that is there all the time. You just have to accept that. So yeah, that's all. I really encourage everyone to push their limits. It's gonna be awesome, you know. It's cool things will happen. This year was really crazy for me. I did really, I don't know, mind-blowing things for myself, like the really strong steps that I couldn't imagine myself doing before.
Amazing.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. I hear you. I'm right there with you. Right there with you. It's exactly the same thoughts. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming. Everybody smash the like, click on her link, subscribe, become an NFT artist, creator, or something in the space, because you won't regret it. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.